Greetings everyone, welcome to World of Fusion 360. In this video we're going to design connecting rod. Let's dive into Fusion 360 and let's model it. I'm going to begin by creating sketch on XZ plane. I want to start with the bigger end. See on the keyboard, original center, draw a circle of 55 mm dia and one more circle of 44 mm dia, and we got our bigger end profile. The distance from bigger end to smaller end is 110 mm. I want to draw a line to separate these. I want to make this as construction. Just select the line and press X on the keyboard. See on the keyboard, and the smaller end inner dia be 22 mm and the outer dia be 32 mm. Perfect. Let's connect these two ends. I'm gonna mirror this line about x-axis. Before dimensioning these two entities, I want to create profile for bolts. Draw a line vertically and make it construction. Draw one more line roughly. I want to coincide the midpoint of this line with this point. The length of vertical line is 33 mm and the length of horizontal line is 50 mm. Then I'm going to draw a line from this point to this line. I want to make this line vertical. Perfect. Repeat the same in here. Extend the line up to the circle. It automatically got perpendicular constraint, so no need to give vertical constraint again. Then I'm gonna mirror this profile about x-axis. Now I want to dimension these. If you observe here, it is not exactly coinciding with this line. I'm just gonna drag until it coincides with that line. Perfect. D on the keyboard. The distance from this point to this point in here is about 28 mm. And the distance from this point to this point is about 24 mm. T on the keyboard. I'm going to trim out these extra entities. Now that we got our basic profile for creating the connecting rod, select these two profiles and press E on the keyboard. Make sure that the direction type to be symmetric and the measurement be whole length. I want to extrude it about 28 mm. Perfect. Now that we got our bigger and smaller ends, this is the end that connects to piston via gudgeon pin, and this is the end that connects to crank using crank pin. Alright, let's enable the sketch again and select this profile and press E on the keyboard. Repeat the same and the direction change it to symmetric and the measurement to be whole length and the distance be 16 mm. Make sure that the operation is join and then click OK. Perfect. Now that we connected both ends and also we created geometry for the bolt, we're gonna split this bigger end into two halves, and thus it is required for us to create extra material in here, giving it more strength to hold these two parts while actuating. I'm gonna edit my sketch and I'm gonna draw a rectangle. I want to make a constraint that the midpoint of this rectangle is vertical to this point. Perfect. The height of the rectangle is about 8 mm and the width is 8 again. I don't want to give the dimension again. I just want to delete this. If you observe here, we have equal constraint. I'm going to select that and I'm going to select these two entities. Now that my sketch is fully constrained, T on the keyboard, trim out these two lines. If you observe here, the sketch is not fully constrained. I'm just gonna drag this entity up to until it snaps to this circle. Now that my sketch is fully constrained, I'm gonna finish my sketch, hide the bodies to select the geometry perfectly. Press E on the keyboard, change the direction to symmetric and the measurement to whole length and the distance be 28 mm. Make sure that the operation is joined. Now that we created that extra material, we need some extra material in here too, but we'll create that after creating hole and mirroring these two features. H on the keyboard, I'm going to orient to left side view. I'm going to select this face for my hole and then the hole type to be simple. No need to tap that hole. We're going to tap it later. And the first reference be this line and the second reference be this line. The horizontal distance is 8 mm and the vertical distance is 7 mm. And the diameter of the hole be 8 mm. And then click OK. Now that we got our hole, if you observe here, it is not extruding all the way to this side. It just added in here. We are going to edit the hole one more time and make sure that it extends up to all. Perfect. Now that our hole is extending onto the other side, let's mirror these two features. If you observe here, I have set shortcut for mirroring, that is Shift M. I'm not gonna come here again and again for using mirror. I'm just gonna press Shift M. Here's how you can set your shortcuts. If you click on that menu icon next to mirror under change keyboard shortcut, you can change it however you want. And change the mirror type to be features and select these two features that we have created and the mirror plane be XY. Perfect. Let's create that extra profile. I'm gonna edit my sketch. I'm gonna draw a center point arc. D on the keyboard. Let the radius be 30 mm. Make sure that it coincides with this line. Perfect. Finish the sketch. Then I'm gonna enable the sketch to select that profile. Press E on the keyboard. Change the direction to symmetric and the measurement to whole length and the distance be 5 mm. Make sure that the operation is joined. We no longer need our sketch. We are almost done, guys. We just need to remove the material in here and in here. I'm gonna create a sketch on this face. P for project. Select this line, and these two circles. Perfect. I'm gonna offset this line about 2.5 mm. That is minus 2.5 in this case. Make sure that it is intersecting with the circle. Repeat the same on the other side. Minus 2.5. Perfect. Now that we got profile for extruding, just select that and press E on the keyboard. I want to extrude it in reverse way, and thus it removes the material. And the distance be minus 5 mm. I'm gonna mirror this feature onto the other side. Shift M for mirror, and the feature be this extrude, and the mirror plane be XZ. Perfect. Now that we created that extrude cut on both sides, we almost got this model. We just need to fillet out the sharp edges. I want to show you a trick. For filleting the whole model, you just don't have to create fillets for each entities. I'm gonna show you how you can do all the fillets under one feature. Press F on the keyboard. Brings you the fillet dialog box. I'm gonna select these two faces and edges in here. Make sure that you grab all those edges. If you accidentally selected any extra edges, just hold down the control and deselect them. Pay attention while selecting the edges. Grab this one also. I'm gonna grab this wedge and then this. And this and this, and grab the edges on the other side also. Perfect. Now that we got all our edges selected, fillet radius be 3 mm. Perfect. You may say that even I know this, right? If you click on plus icon in here, you can create one more fillet with different radius. Alright, let's see how you can do that. I'm gonna grab these two edges, and the fillet radius for these two edges be 10 mm. Yeah, cool, right? Maybe some of you know this trick. If you do, maybe you're a visual master. I'm gonna create one more selection, that is these two edges in here, and the radius be 40 mm. And I want to create one more selection and select these four in here and four more on the opposite side, and fillet radius be 6 mm. Perfect. We forgot to select these two entities in here under 3 mm radius. I'm just gonna select that, hold Ctrl down on the keyboard, grab these edges. This is cool, right? I want to create one more fillet for these two edges. Instead of grabbing the edge, we can apply the same fillet by selecting this face and the radius be 2 mm. Cool, right? We got the same thing with the faces. Perfect. Then click OK. Yeah, we just need to do one more fillet for these entities in here. We haven't done that with the same fillet that we have created using multiple selections. That is because after that fillet creation, it creates this extra edge in here. We must have to do this fillet after creating the previous one. Press F on the keyboard, select these edges, grab that one and this, and on the opposite side. Make sure that you grab all the edges and the fillet radius be 1. Perfect. Now that we are almost done with connecting dot, we need to split this bigger end in here. But before that, I wanna create bearing brasses and bearing bush. In that way, if I use split, I can split 2 bodies at a time. I'm gonna edit my sketch 1 and then offset the inner circle about 1.8 mm, in this case minus 1.8 mm. The thickness of the bearing brass is 1.8 mm, thus we are offsetting it using the same value. Finish the sketch, and before extruding I wanna chamfer these edges. Select these edges, select these 2 edges and distance be 2 mm. Repeat the same on the other side. The chamfer distance be 1 mm. Oh, we just forgot to offset the smaller end. I'm gonna edit my sketch again, select offset, select the inner circle and the offset distance be minus 1.8 mm. Finish the sketch. Select these 2 profiles. Press E on the keyboard and make sure that the direction to be symmetric and the measurement be whole length and the distance be 24 mm. Make sure that the operation is new body. Hide the sketch. Now that we got our bearing braces and bearing bush, we just need to split this connecting rod and the bearing braces too. Under modify, select split body, select the bodies and the splitting tool be YZ plane. Now that we got our extra bodies that got splitted. Perfect. I'm gonna import bolts using McMaster Car component. Under insert, select McMaster Car component and search for bolts. I'm looking for hex head bolts. System of measurement be metric. The thread size be M8 and the thread pitch be 1 mm. And the length be 50 mm. I want the threading to be partially threaded. Yeah, we got our bolt filtered out. If you observe here, we are having class 8.8, but that's okay. We'll be using 12.9 of class. I'm gonna proceed with this one. Make sure that you save 3D step. It brings you the bolt and I'm gonna reposition it. Then I'm gonna select capture position, click OK. we have to tap these holes. Press S on the keyboard, search for threading. And select the faces to be thread. We need M8, but the thread pitch be 1 mm. Just change the designation and click OK. Perfect. These are cosmic threads. I have selected these because if you select in model, it slows down the workflow. At any point of time, under document settings, you can change the thread type to model. But I want to change it to cosmic for now. Select join. If you hover over to this face, it shows you the points that you can select. Just hold the control down on the keyboard and grab this point. And here, grab this one. Perfect. And under motion type, make sure that it is rigid. I want to mirror this bolt onto the other side, and the mirror type to be components, and the mirror plane be XY. Perfect. I'm gonna hide my joints. I'm gonna apply as-built joint for this bolt. Make sure that the joint type to be rigid. Perfect. In that way it won't move. We need to create some hole for lubrication. Press H on the keyboard. I want to change it to orthographic. In that way I can roughly select the center. Perfect. You can use reference if you want, but I'm not gonna use for now. And change the hole type to be countersink. On the countersink dia be 10 mm and the hole dia be 5 mm. Make sure the wrapper angle to be 60 degrees and click OK. Now that we got a hole for lubrication. Perfect. We are done with this connecting rod, guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if it helps you, and subscribe to World of Vision 360 for getting notifications each time when we upload new video like this. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.